Introduction. The Meizu M5 is shaping to be the more interesting device of the mid-range M5 duo. We already took the M5 Note for a spin and it turned rather uninspiring without any meaningful upgrades to offer. On the other hand, the M5 comes with a bigger screen and battery, the latest mTouch key with biometric security, and a newer Android version over the M3. Meizu M5 Review. The M5, just like its Note sibling, is taking a shortcut by borrowing the dated chipset from the M3. It even keeps the same camera setup with a 13MP rear snapper and a 5MP front one. And unlike the Note, the M5 appearance didn't get a refresh. Meizu M5 Note at a glance: plastic unibody, 5.2 inches 720p IPS display of 282p MediaTek MT6750 chipset, 8 by 1.5 GHz Cortex A53 CPU. Mali T860 MP2 GPU, 2GB/3 GB of RAM, 13MP camera, 2-tone LED flash, 1080p at 30 fps, 5MP front-facing camera, 16/32 GB of built-in storage, microSD slot, mTouch V2.1 home button with a fingerprint scanner, 3070 mAh battery, 5V/2A charging, 23% in 30 minutes. Android Marshmallow 6.0 OS with Flame 5.2 dual SIM, LTE Cat.6, Wi-Fi A/B/G/N, Bluetooth 4.0, GPS and GLONASS, microSD. Even though Meizu has chosen to keep a lot from the M3, the M5 is bringing some noticeable changes to the series, and we are hoping it would do better than the M5 Note. We're experimenting with a shorter review format for this phone as it gives the spare time to review a broader range of devices. We hope it still answers all the questions you may have about the device. Our goal was to give you our impressions in a shorter, concise manner but without sacrificing the performance assessment and the results from the full tests we normally perform. We hope you enjoy it. Any feedback is welcome. Hardware: Meizu M5 might be bigger in size, but it hasn't changed a bit when it comes to appearance since the M2. The phone's entire rear panel is made of plastic and has nicely curved sides, which somewhat makes it feel smaller in hand. The retail box of the Meizu M5 includes only the basics: a regular 5V/2A charger plug and a microSD cable. There are no headphones inside. Meizu M5, Meizu M5 Review. 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 Meizu M5. Since the back is all plastic, there is no need of antenna lines to get in the way. Glass covers the front with 2.5D edges, making for an upmarket look and feel. Another point worth making is that the entire front is black top to bottom regardless of the color version. Meizu M5 Review. The 5.2-inch screen has an IPS matrix of 720p resolution, or in other words 287p density. Its viewing angles are excellent, wide and with no color distortion, while its sunlight legibility is above average with a score of 2.710. Sunlight contrast ratio: sort by label, sort by value. Expand: Samsung Galaxy J7, 2016, 3.756. Apple iPhone SE 3.681. Xiaomi Redmi 3S 2.913. Xiaomi Redmi 3 2.735. Meizu M5 2.71. Xiaomi Redmi 4 Prime 2.679. Lenovo Vibe K5 2.459. Sony Xperia E5 2.386. Meizu M5 Note 2.189. Xiaomi Redmi 2 1.311. The 5.2-inch display has a maximum brightness of 480 nits and a very good contrast of 1:1060. The color rendering is okay, though not the most accurate. It's better than the M5 Note for sure. The color rendering out of the box has an average deviation of delta 6.5, and playing with the color settings won't help you do much better than that. Display test: 100% brightness black, CD/M2 white, CD/M2 contrast ratio. Meizu M5 0.453 481,060. Meizu M5 Note 0.614 463 754. Xiaomi Redmi 2 0.58 561 974. Xiaomi Redmi 3 0.42 521,238. Xiaomi Redmi 3S 0.45 489 1087. Xiaomi Redmi 4 Prime 0.45 0.475 528 1112 Apple iPhone say 0.77 618 804 Sony Xperia E5 0.43 541 243 Samsung Galaxy J7, 2016, 0.00 353 8 Lenovo Vibe K5 0.53 426 804. The screen might be the centerpiece of the M5, but the mTouch key below easily gets the credit for one of the most interesting features. It's an all-in-one button with 3 functions: tap for back, click for home, and there is an embedded fingerprint scanner for when the screen is locked. While the biometric sensor isn't always on, it's very fast, accurate, and is capable of recognizing your fingerprint from any direction. The front, Meizu M5 review the mTouch key, Meizu M5 review handling the M5 Note, Meizu M5 review handling the M5 Note, Meizu M5 review the front, the mTouch key, handling the M5 Note. The M5 is powered by a 3070 mAh battery, that's 200 mAh higher capacity than the cell inside the Meizu M3. The M5 scored a very good 76-hour endurance rating in our battery test. Unfortunately, there is no quick charging support. Since Meizu is not the registered Google Services partner, the international M5 Note comes without Google's services pre-installed. Instead, the phone gives you access to an installer which installs them for you hassle-free. Other reviewers have been pointing out that these, essentially side-loaded, Google apps and services drain the battery faster than usual, but we assure you this behavior was only found on the reviewers' units, which were sent out running an earlier pre-production version of the ROM. With the latest software build, we've been enjoying great battery life. Meizu M5 review: our endurance rating is the time you can keep using the M5 Note on a single charge if you are to make an hour of 3G talks, web browsing and video playback each day. This sort of usage pattern may not apply to you, but we've established it, so our battery scores are comparable across devices. Meizu M5 is a dual SIM phone, but it uses a hybrid slot, so you would have to make the choice of either a second SIM or a microSD card. The phone comes in a 16 or 32 GB storage option out of the box. Getting more gigabytes means you won't have to give up on the second SIM card. The SIM tray is on the left. Meizu M5 review the SIM, microSD hybrid slot, Meizu M5 review the bottom, Meizu M5 review the microSD port, Meizu M5 review the SIM tray is on the left, the SIM, microSD hybrid slot, the bottom, the microSD port. Finally, the bottom of the M5 Note is where the audio jack, the microSD connectivity port, and the loudspeaker are. The primary mic is also around. The M5's speaker scored a good mark in our loudness test, but its output sound quality is one of the worst ones we've heard lately.